Hey everyone, I am back to school. This is my buddy Vet over here, and we got our little
What
bro
up?
in the house. We're trying. He got grounded yesterday because he went and stapled himself up or something. So he ain't
It's
al-
a
he ain't
little
he ain't,
Teenage
he ain't
Mutant Ninja
he
Turtle
ain't
here
allowed to
on the
leave the
wide
house.
lens.
He grounded. So we're just gonna make him sit here and do reactions with us. How you feeling, man? How's your lips
Uh,
today?
it's sore.
How's
It's
your
sore.
nose?
That it's itchy.
Uh,
Ticklish.
how's your Prince Albert?
My what?
How's your branding, Scott? I mean, did that go away yet?
Dude, we're this guy's
Freaking heifer.
this guy's gonna go watch Discovery Channel and be on one of them heavy mod shows in like a year. He's gonna be all like,
You're
"Psst,
talking about my 600-pound life.
dude, exact. Whoa. All right. Well, speaking about 600 pounds, this is a heavy topic, and I want to bring it up, you guys. This is a song from Yelawolf that I've been wanting to go over. Last year, a couple friends of ours were having kind of a difficult time about Yelawolf walking away from a project that he was on, and I felt like they maybe didn't know the story behind him, and I know that my wife has said this is the song to do to explain it. And I just want to say, when it comes to music and people's choices, I let them make their choices. I don't judge them personally for their choices whatsoever, and I respect all the artists that were involved. But I just thought this is the time we're looking for some understanding today, and I need 8 minutes and 19 seconds, so I don't just make fun of him for the piercings. So we're gonna try to not focus on the piercings much. You
I
might need
mean,
to.
let's focus
Hey,
on
hey,
why I look
if you
like a
could get
ghost.
a green circle that goes right here, so I don't have to look at it, and just tape it on for the reaction, that'd be
I
dope.
mean, make it the size of
Although
your face. A dinner
if it's
plate sized
round,
green
never
screen.
mind. If it's round and
Right
you got a
front.
gaping black hole in the middle, that's another subject. Uh-oh. All right. So geez, we're gonna get into this, you guys. This is
Little off
Yellow Wolf,
subject.
to
To
whom it
whom it
may
may
concern.
concern.
Okay, let's jump into it, guys. We know it's Yellow Wolf. We know lyrically, depending on the style of song, he can go spaz crazy and it's hard to understand everything and catch it, but we're going to do our best. There's a
Which
two and a
is
half.
why I'm here,
There's
you
two
know
and a
that.
half reactors here right now, so we're going to get this done. One of them
Wait,
looks
hold on.
well. That's two, and
Are
we're a
me and
quarter.
you a half?
No,
Because he's two.
he's like a two size, and we're each like quarter
Look
size
at it.
compared
Look
to
at
him.
the room we get compared to the
I know,
whole
dude.
thing. He needs almost the
Whoa,
size
I'm
of the
literally
video.
dude. I'm gonna
whoa.
grab
Look at
his
all of
guitar.
that.
Look, I'm
I
taking your
wish I
guitar.
had. I mean, look.
Okay, so we'll jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Yellow Wolf, to whom it may concern. Older, like analog style beat. Ooh, I like that though.
That's an old school beat maker right there.
Yeah, right there off the bat. I'm thinking,
Oh,
oh,
just.
yep.
I'm thinking your old school beat machine you got just sitting there. Just
It's like he's got like a TRS. He's got like some Roland or something. They're just hammering away on it.
oh,
This is old analog. I dig
somebody's
it already.
eyes
I
are
I think this
closed.
song is perfect for y'all because y'all old know
Yeah,
what y'all are
we
talking
know what
about.
we're doing. We don't get charger ports hooked up on our lips and stuff. But hey,
I mean,
you
we
to
do
each his
know
own.
that your Jeep
Oh,
dies everywhere you go, so you do need a
Hey, just because
charger.
my
you
check
do
engine
need a
light's
somewhere
on all the
you do need somewhere to hook the
Well, okay.
jumper
Are we
cables up
when you
to.
say your check engine lights on all the time? Are we talking about you or your Jeep? Just wondering. All right, let's go.
Potato.
time. Sounds like an out of tune snare drum.
Right?
So I had a phone call with a good friend of mine the other night, and seems that I've created some confusion.
Okay.
He told me straight up, people don't know you like I do, man.
People don't know you like I do.
Right. And so it creates confusion because people don't know your heart or your intent, and they see things and then they make biased decisions about you without knowing you.
Judgmental.
Very, and that's the hard thing because that's the culture that we've developed into, and I'm hoping this thing just fades away and people just go back to being like a little more tough skinned and not offended by everything. Because really, we've had it too. I've had people go in my comment section and just crap all over me without even knowing who I am, knowing anything about me, and making decisions based on us without even knowing us. And so I get where he's going with that. All right, let's go.
He told me straight up, people don't know you like I do, man. I guess I haven't said enough.
This reminds
Maybe
me of
I've said too.
you know what this reminds me of? The way the music changed and the way he's talking over it. It reminds me of Eminem
Well, I mean,
talking over
Oh,
the beats like he did in his very early stuff. That intro where he's
Yeah.
it does. You could hear the influence. Yep.
I guess I haven't said enough. Or maybe I've said too much, I don't know. But I don't want to leave any stone unturned, or no questions about who I am, or what I represent. So here you go.
I grew up in a deep gutter, raised by wolves, church steeples in a single white mother. Taught to be blind to any color by hippies who've been smoking weed since the 60s with Dukes of Hazzard for bed covers.
oh, he grew up. He was raised by wolves, church steeples, and a single white mother. Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
taught to be blind to any color by hippies who had been smoking weed since the 60s. And yet,
And then with Dukes of Hazzards
bed
for bed
covers, dude.
covers.
Oh my god, dude. I had can you imagine how much it would even be worth right now? I had the original first year they came out with them. My grandma got the metal one. It was the Dukes of Hazzard mailbox with the thermos in it. And while I didn't have the bed sheet set, I had Dukes of Hazzard curtains in my room for a minute until my grandma changed them because we repainted my room and the color scheme changed. I got rid of blue and went with green.
I had a Dukes of Hazzard big wheel.
Dude, for real. I mean, it was
I got the General Lee in a motorized RC car.
dude, I gotta see it. You still got it?
Yeah.
I gotta see it sometime. You have to show that to me, guys. You all know I love. Like I got the Dukes of Hazzard first season on DVD to show it to my wife. Sorry, guys, because my wife didn't know anything about the Dukes of Hazzard. She watched it. She was
always
like,
one.
"Yep, there's always one." But I mean, here he is. He's talking about this. He's like, I grew up not to be blind to any color. Right? Let's go.
Taught to be blind to any color by hippies who've been smoking weed since the 60s with Dukes of Hazzard for bed covers. Rock and roll, country music and cocaine. One hand on the Bible and the Ouija board in the other. The irony of it all is so thick that a flower gets stuck in the thin air. That dope smoke. Leonard Skinner and Michael Jackson. Practicing moonwalking with a broomstick in the kitchen. Popping and locking. No BET on television.
All right, how many of us did that?
Wait, hold up.
Leonard Skinner and Michael Jackson, and he's listening to that, practicing moonwalking with the broomstick in the kitchen, popping and locking. How many of us listened to that early music, early hip hop, and early whatever? We tried the dance moves. We thought we could pop and lock. I mean, every one of us did, dude. We was out there, right? Right? Yep. Oh my god, dude, this is almost like nostalgic because he's going back to how old he is in his early days. Let's go.
Practicing moonwalking with a broomstick in the kitchen, popping and locking. No BET on television. We didn't have it. We had the rabbits, the tin foil, mason jar and a counter full of.
Remember those? Did you have rabbit ears?
Oh yeah.
Remember,
With the
you've been
tinfoil
over
that
so they
added
put
a
it
little
on
bit
like
more.
okay, that's gonna help. And then the worst
Oh,
case
yeah.
scenario, if the show is too important, man, you have somebody hold the antenna.
Exactly.
Usually a little brother.
And then always we'd put it in a coffee cup with our bacon oil, our bacon grease.
Oh yeah, dude,
Always save the bacon grease.
my
It's good as hell to make eggs with some bacon grease.
my grandma was a mason jar one, because that was, I mean, Tupperware wasn't really popular. Like I grew up where Tupperware was still a freaking Cool Whip dish or a country crock dish, right?
Shit, we just put it in a coffee cup.
And but
Plug it.
my grandma would either do the mason jars Or every now and then, if my grandpa didn't take the cans, I don't know why he would take the cans, but she would take a soup can and use the soup can and keep it underneath the kitchen counter, right there, and pull it out when she. Yep. Oh my god, dude.
We didn't have it, we had the rabbits, the tin foil, mason jar and a counter full of bacon oil. Now looking back, talking about freedom, yeah, you were spoiled. Oblivious to the hideous crimes from the insidious minds that took place right below us on the southern shore. The blood and the pain left a recoil. The creek waters holding secrets.
Ooh.
Wait, let it keep going. Let it keep going.
I see it. I see it. I want to go back. I want to go back to right there. Yeah, you were spoiled, oblivious to the hideous crimes from the insidious minds that took place right below us on the southern soil.
Bacon oil. Now looking back, talking about freedom, yeah, you were spoiled. Oblivious to the hideous crimes from the insidious minds that took place right below us on the southern shore. The blood and the pain left a recoil. The creek waters holding secrets. Ghosts of Confederate veterans in the wind. Backwoods are haunted with the death and the sin. Slave ships carried the lost souls. Wicked white men slaughtering angels for a fucking barcode. We bear.
Wow. I mean, there's no denying it. What happened in our history of our country?
Our past.
But the one thing that has been a newer theme and something that I've kind of talked to you guys about and mentioned in some of my videos is don't classify us as guilty of the previous generation's sins. We don't think that way. We don't feel that way. We don't participate in any of that. None of our families, like my dad didn't, my mom didn't, my grandparents didn't, my great grandparents, and none of them. I have nothing to do with it. And yet the whole I think it's the cancel culture is kind of pushing this narrative that if you're from the South, you're automatically racist if you're white. I mean, and that's sad because
or if you can even see both sides of it.
Yep. And so it's like I had the beautiful experience of being able to go to Tennessee this New Year and meet people and talk to people, man. And I'll tell you what, man, they're some of the nicest people I have ever met down there. And I don't get why people who don't know anything about them have this attitude about people from there, because they were genuinely just regular people just trying to live their lives and be happy and love each other. I mean, what else do you need, right? So
Give the lost souls, wicked white men slaughtering angels for a fucking barcode. We bear these wicked ways, the world is still turning, and these motherfuckers with their crosses is still burning.
Some of them are.
Yeah, I seen them at
That's
the
a fact.
courthouse. Not really sure what they trying to prove still. Jumped over mountains, they still trying to move hills. And the daughters probably listen to Drew Hill. Pussy hotter than blue steel for Drew Hill. Some Jesus gon' take the wheel, no you steer drunk. The youth here punks, the truth here come. I show you how these country folks pop that trunk.
Oh, I love how he flipped the style up right there and just started punchline rapping, and they were hard punchlines. Back that up and one more. You can hear that last.
Jumped over mountains, they still trying to move hills. And the daughters probably listen to Drew Hill. Pussy.
Like literally, you're out here in a courthouse burning crosses, and your kids probably at home listening to Drew Hill.
And she dripping from it.
Yep.
Oof.
Over mountains, they still trying to move hills. And the daughters probably listen to Drew Hill. Pussy hotter than blue steel for Drew Hill. Some Jesus gon' take the wheel, no you steer drunk. The youth here punks, the truth here come. I show you how these country folks pop that trunk. And my honesty is modest to tell the whole truth. Yeah, I've pondered and I've pondered to be spit it and called a rigger from who you consider the father at 14 to make you.
Ooh. Dude, to be spit at and called that by your father at 14, dude.
Well, everybody out there know what it means. We ain't even gotta elaborate on
right.
it.
Pondered and I've pondered to be spit it and called a rigger from who you consider the father at 14 to make you wonder and you wonder. Yeah, that's hard to hear, ain't it? But at that very moment, my picture got painted. Call it God, call it what you will, but I knew the South was sick still and in need of some changes, so I took it upon myself to adopt all the outcasts. I took the American and the Confederate flag, threw it in my back pocket. I even went and got tats and carried them like a shield for the shit that won't tell me back. And these redneck brothers of mine playing that 3-6 in a fucking cornfield and beat trucks with lift kits.
Bro. Come on, those
That's what I'm
redneck
talking
brothers
about.
of mine
For
playing
my
that
redneck
3-6
brothers of mine playing
mafia.
3-6.
And
What do you know about 3-6? You out here putting out all kind of little signs and stuff with us.
Dude.
What do you know about 3-6? No, hold on, back to school. Who's 3-6?
No, he's talking about rednecks.
Nah,
he
says
says
3-6.
And these
I don't
red
know
3-6
Oh my
mafia,
God.
dude. You better get
3-6 mafia.
We're gonna have to make you
educate
listen to
yourself.
this. This is Southern rock as some of the best, or Southern rap. It's like it all started in Atlanta, right? I mean, really, most of these guys are from that area. Like, it's crazy, dude. Like, but look, right there, dude. He took the American and Confederate flag and threw it in his back pocket. He was gonna go out
he
and
got the tattoos
he was
to
gonna
wear
go
it
out
like
and
a shield.
straighten stuff up, dude. But I want to bring some up that he said earlier, and I'm not going to rewind the whole thing to say it, but so I took it upon myself to adopt all of the outcasts. Right? He looked at the whole thing of the culture. He saw what his father was saying. He saw that there was still this attitude there, and he decided he was going to try and change the impression people had of the South and people from the South. He knew there was good people. He's saying, you got to see us out here in a field, like bumping 3-6 to understand what we're about, right? He's trying.
Really, you need to experience it and be in the South for yourself.
Yep.
Redneck brothers of mine playing that 3-6 in a fucking cornfield and beat trucks with lift kits, oblivious to the beauty of juxtaposition. They had no idea how special it was to witness them in deep Alabama playing Snoop and Group Home. Then
right?
Taking Metallica, I discovered a new zone and Catfish Billy. A way for me to talk about it. From then on, I was questioning how they doubted by my peers who didn't understand that all these years we've been the brunt of the jokes. America made it clear that we were backwards, wrong, behind, and segregated. So I decided the Yelawolf would go make it more obvious that we've grown. I polished up my tone. I signed a shady and brought a record deal home. Look, mama, no hands. I'm coming up, yeah, I'm grown. Respect from the OGs, co-signing my songs.
Respect from all the OGs, co-signing my songs.
Like
he went to Shady inside of Shady Records and brought a record deal home
to show his mama, look, like, I'm gonna get us out of here.
He said, I did it.
I'm gonna do this, and with all of the right thoughts and the right mindset and all this, all he's trying to do is just give a new image of people from the South. And all this is based on the experience that he got by seeing what his father, this man he considered his father, the way he acted, and then seeing people still at the courtyard burning crosses. For what reason? For what reason? I mean, really. What does it do? Intimidate, scare? You don't prove your point about anything, you're an idiot. Move on. Okay, move on. Stop acting like it's fucking 1954 still. Okay, go. Like, you don't need to do that. But this was the image he saw personally, and then he heard it from his dad, and he's just trying to set the record straight about people. Yep. Talking about the beauty of seeing him. I mean, dude, when he's talking about listening to Snoop Dogg and Group Home, come on, man.
Look, mama, no hands, I'm coming up, yeah, I'm grown. Respect from the OGs, co-signing my songs. First it was Bun B, then Raekwon and T.I.P. Then all of these MCs wanted features from me. But I was alive while my tongue was a fucking blade to these critics who didn't get it. The clips from the grenade in my teeth. A little too unique, the market for me was smaller than some thought it would be.
Right.
Even me.
Right.
So I looked in the mirror, saw the Jordans, the gold chain, my shirt, Pantera, rubber flag in my pocket, red tattooed on my neck, heart of Dixie across the stomach, and it ain't clicked yet. Maybe I wore the wrong shoes back to the woods, because these suede number 5s can't get wet. Maybe it's something I need to go figure out on my own. So after Radioactive, I took my shit back home, disappeared from the world, became increasingly different. Tuned in every once in a while to see who was spitting, but mainly I was in Nashville, getting back to my roots, exploring music with love story. I made it my truth.
Dude, if you guys...
when you have to go back to your root, when you got to go back and just rediscover yourself.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
it sometimes needs to be done.
Love Story was... I love that album. People tend to not like that album too much because it's not as hardest, most edgy stuff. But dude, I've just grown to appreciate the different styles that he does, whether it's a singing and harmonizing to his crazy schemes and patterns that he does, the percussive, like dude, right there when he said exploring music with Love Story was the first Yelawolf CD I ever had. I had that before everything else. I wasn't into digital media. It was like you went and bought CDs online. And so
right.
Yep, it was crazy.
I was in Nashville, getting back to my roots, exploring music with Love Story. I made it my truth. Dropped a single called Till It's Gone and traveled the globe. I started seeing rebel flags everywhere in my shows. I didn't think nothing of it. Right. I assumed that they get it. I'm on some new South shit, but I have to admit it. I saw the post up on Instagram proclaiming I'm racist, and then I walked in the head, and I don't know where my place is. I started
because people showed up in his crowd with the rebel flag.
Because people that supported the rebel flag had automatically made him
people saying
racist.
he's racist because people, man, and they don't know anything about his background. They don't know anything about what he went through. Like, you guys know my story. My grandfather was racist as could be, dude, and it made me the least racist person I could think of because I saw how wrong it was. Right? Like, when you see it, when you're growing up with it, nobody knows that about you, but they make judgments based on a shirt you wear, who you voted for, or anything like that. And it's like, you don't know us personally. It still goes back to that. Like, you don't know him. We don't know him personally or what he's been through. So I appreciate him sharing this with us. Let's keep going. Hey, Raven.
Yeah.
Stop playing with your piercings.
the post up on Instagram proclaiming I'm racist, and then I'm fucked in the head and I don't know where my place is. I started taking it personal cause I treat people equal, homie. I got mixed kids and music is how I feed them. Lo and behold, as I'm saying this, I discovered this evil white boy went in a church and killed 9 innocent people. God damn.
Hold on, moment of silence.
We know what that church was.
Yep.
Let's just keep playing.
But right there, homie, I got mixed kids. And music is how I feed them. Not everybody knew that about him, did they? When they were making these decisions about what kind of a person he must be.
9 innocent church going, people get murdered. There's not a word I can utter. There's not a rhyme I can say. There ain't no fixing that ever. People brutally slay, and I refuse to see ways to justify all the blame. Them motherfuckers insane.
Right.
I got so mad at my own image. I took down merch. No explaining it now. It's only making it worse. This fucking coward, this criminal's just a puppet, a mental case. But the truth is the truth. He did it because of race. There's nothing I can describe. The shame that I felt inside. The white boy with the flag committed these homicides.
White boy with the flag committed this homicide. Not barely any of us agreed with what the fuck happened.
Dude,
excuse
like,
my language, but that's the only way I can say it.
Dude, that guy was a nut job as a nut job can
Insane.
be. Insane. And the fact that because he had that symbolism with it fueled the fire against symbols
what
from
it
the
actually
South.
Stands
and
for.
Yeah, and they started taking down more statues and doing more things and changing names and doing all of this stuff as this cancel thing, took hold. But it doesn't change. I mean, I hate this part. Let's go. I can't explain this because you get rid of everything and all you're doing is telling people who aren't a problem that they're a problem. Get to know them before you judge them. Jesus. Let's go.
Then I can describe the shame that I felt inside. The white boy with the flag committed these homicides. I tried so long to defend the South, and yes, it was my decision. My interviews roll on the internet, you can see my vision. I never thought myself to be like a politician, just a witness to the sickness. The killing was in the bridge and the bridge that I laid to the road that I built from the love and the wisdom. I'm trying to find my way, but now I'm feeling in prison from the stereotype. I was prepared for the fight. Hell, I'll be stereotyped into my burial site. Right. I married a loaded gun when I married this mic. Ain't playing Russian roulette, ain't playing around with my life.
Ooh. I ain't playing no Russian roulette, ain't playing around with my life. Dude, ain't nobody playing around with my life.
Right, I married a loaded gun when I married this mic. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Have you listened to much Yelawolf, Raven?
No, I've listened to like maybe 2 songs from Yelawolf.
Yeah, we'll give you some to check out because you got to understand the depth of this man's talent to understand all of this. But like, this dude doesn't mince words on a mic. He doesn't.
Mm-mm.
And the fact that he felt that
I
he
can see
needed
that.
the fact that he felt he needed to go air this out at this point in time, it obviously meant something to him tremendously that he felt the need to
For
do it.
it to be an 8-minute song.
Yep.
Jeez.
Let's go.
I married a loaded gun when I married this mic.
Yep.
Ain't playing Russian
Right, no
roulette,
course.
ain't playing around with my life. Cause what I cannot lose is the respect that I've gained. Friendships I cherish, fuck the money and fame. Black American culture is in the thread of my veins. It's rock and roll till I die. I'm just a rebel in shame, yes I apologize. For me and anybody with that flag. Honestly, any proud southerner is sad. How do you think I feel when I look at my granddad? Imagining him dead because of that piece of trash. I got nephews, nieces who need this peace between this, but media is fiendish.
Right.
So if you feel like you're above it or beneath it, have a logical mind about who your team is.
Ooh.
And when you look
You really need to have a logical mind about who your team is.
bro.
You need to really think about who you got around you in your circle. And that's facts.
Facts.
And if the cancer, toxicity, anything in your life, kick them to the curb and keep them there.
Facts. Every bit of that is facts, dude. And look, man, I got nephews and nieces who need this peace between this, right? But the media is fiendish.
Because they always looking for that story. They always looking for something to feed and fuel the narrative.
Yep. Anything that can trigger people, they want to air it. And they want to air it. The more it triggers them, the more they want to air it. I mean, my first experience of that was Rodney King, dude. And that was a fucking brutal thing that happened, dude. Like, that, those cops were guilty of sin. I don't give a shit what anybody said. You don't whoop a man's ass like that, dude. That was uncalled for. But the media played that video, dude, like 100 times a day, every day for like a year, dude. It was ridiculous. And now they've figured out that that's how you trigger people. So create a narrative or find something that you could point out and then just throw it out there and watch the feeding frenzy go off because everybody's triggered now. Crazy. Let's go.
beneath it, have a logical mind about who your team is. And when you look at me, dog, don't look at me like another branch off a tree, dog. I took the shit and balanced it the best that I could. Try to hold up the wood of America's old seesaw. But this ain't hee-haw with me, ma. We ain't on the Cosby Show, are we, bro?
Bro,
That'll make
hell
you
no.
a good night kiss, but I can promise you this, that you ain't promised tomorrow.
Right?
I wish I could go back to the innocence. I remember my friends with no differences.
Right.
What pigment is relative, is it it? Maybe by 2050 we'll be over it. Big crit, I love you, homie, keep killing shit. You inspired us first, I got your back, and that's limitless. It is what it is, we cannot fix all this ignorance. American flags up, it's over, I'm into this.
And take it out with the scratching. It's kind of crazy because they have none of this during the song to distract from the message of the song. The scratching all comes in at the end. Man.
I mean, that just goes ahead and explains the story.
What do you
It's a
think?
nice little piece of background.
It goes to that age-old don't judge a book by its cover.
Yep.
And it's sad that he had to do that, but I think it's incredibly powerful that he did. And I'm glad that we got to it because it's a message that people need to hear. You know, I would have never pieced him in the puzzle with what that nut job did. would have never happened. I view the person who's the nut job as the nut job. No, if you're the nut job's friends and everybody knew the nut job was about to go off, then, you know, maybe I'm gonna be a little judgmental about you. But in this case, it's like I can't fault an artist for what their fans do.
Right.
I can't. And so dude, if there's a message for 2021, maybe this is it that needs to be heard. Like, let's just stop judging everybody. Trust that everybody has a story. And look, it's pretty simple. If you don't get along with somebody, you don't have to hang out with them. But you don't have to talk crap about them and villainize them either, man. Everybody's got something in their life that they're trying to get through. Right? I thank you guys for being part of this. I had mentioned this to Vet a while back that I was thinking about doing this, and he was like, man, it's a heavy subject. But we cleared 2020, and I think this is a good way to look at things a little different now for 2021, man. 2020 sucked, and we all know that. 2020 was
screw 2020.
It was a bitch of a year, dude. So we're looking forward, we're looking ahead. We want a new perspective, and we hope that this song maybe gave you guys a new perspective about Yelawolf if you don't know much about him. Raven will get you into some Yelawolf songs because he has some dope stuff that I think you would like. It's your style. And we're also going to make you listen to 3-6 Mafia just because. But we also thank you guys for being here. Now, don't forget, you guys, subscribe to 3 per Raven on his channel. The link will be down below. Don't forget to not subscribe to Vet so he doesn't subscribe to him so he passes me. And don't forget to like this video if you really liked it. Share it. Don't forget to comment with other suggestions. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell notification. I'd appreciate it. For all of y'all, stay safe. Let's make 2021 a better year. Be healthy, be happy, be good to each other. Stay blessed. Peace out.
Peace out.